This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Trade.
Here we go, blockbuster clash here. The Perth Wildcats taking on the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. This is two genuine title contenders, but with the deficiencies that the Wildcats have at the moment with defence and rebound, they're still managing to win a lot of games because they're a classy outfit. But I reckon this is not the team you want to come up against, a red-hot Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. So I'm going to take Southeast to win this one in the head-to-head. I'm also going to take them at the line. I love the Wildcats, and it is a dangerous, dangerous game to bet against them. But I'm going to have to side with the men in green here. So I'll take the Phoenix here to get this one done, even at the handicap. And remember, it's February, which on Sportsbet terms means it's Dunkuary. $500 from every dunk going to Australian prostate cancer, raising money for a good cause. Enjoy, and most importantly, gamble responsibly.
I'm never off my grind. I'm always on time. I'm ahead of the game. I'm first place. I'm in my prime. Hard work that pays off. I pay dues. I'm paid off. Cross me, get crossed off. I'm so fresh. I'm so raw. Go hard like a day. It's game time like game day. I ball hard and clutch play. It's game time like game day.
Depleted but not defeated. The Phoenix are down 4 of their regulars as well as their coach due to COVID. But their biggest stars are ready to entertain the crowd in the club's first game at the 5-hit in 57 days. And it's the Lunar New Year game. The challenge tonight, the Perth Wildcats, and what sets up a battle of the MVP contenders. Creek, Cotton and Law are about to put on a show. Hello and welcome back to John Cain Arena. I'm Nerily Meadows. We've had to wait one long year for these two teams to go head-to-head here at the NBL. What can we expect tonight? Your commentators for this one, John Casey, Liam Santamaria and Corey Williams.
You've summed it up brilliantly, Nez. Great to be with you and really looking forward to this clash. You could make an argument it is a grand final preview. We've got 3 players who could be in MVP voting with Vic Law, Mitch Creek and Bryce Cotton as well. The 3 top scorers. So much to look forward to. What are you looking forward to most, Liam?
Well, you're right. Stars all across the floor, and those 3 in particular, the MVP contenders. Bryce Cotton, of course, the reigning MVP, first in scoring. Mitch Creek, second in scoring, equal first in steals. And also Vic Law, who's putting on the points and grabbing boards for the Wildcats. So plenty of stars on display today.
And some new faces as well. Judd Flavel is stepping in as the head coach of the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix with Simon Mitchell and COVID protocols. Some shout out to Simon. Trust he's going to enjoy the game. Probably the hardest game he's ever done as a coach is sitting at home not being able to do anything as you take a look at the DoorDash starting 5 as well. But, well, certainly some pressure on. But Judd Flavel, I know his record speaks for itself. Been an assistant for 16 seasons, 4 championships. He knows all about it.
And a very experienced assistant coach. And guess what? At times, assistant coaches wait for these type of opportunities.
He's waited a long time.
Joe Chi comes back for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. DoorDash starting 5 there. And, well, they're certainly going to enjoy his presence as well. Leading shot blocker in the competition, 66% from the field to lead that category as well. And the Perth Wildcats just loaded.
Well, they are, but, of course, they don't have Matt Hodgson. He's suspended for this game, and we'll wait to see how all of that plays out. And that's going to make things interesting going up against Joe Chi, because Majuk will get the start, and he'll go up against the big fella. Can the Wildcats draw Joe Chi away from the basket? That's going to be the big question. And, of course, there you see the incident involving Matt Hodgson. NBL exercising their right to appeal that 1-game suspension, see how that all plays out. But tonight, the Wildcats going to try to get off to a fast start, boiled over there in the Harbour City, and try to bounce back from what ended up being a disappointing loss in Sydney.
Well, Matt Hodgson's apologised for his part in that. Suspended for 3 games, 2 of those suspended, so 1 game he was to miss tonight. But as you've just mentioned, Liam, the NBL is going to appeal that. And it's a complicated scenario, but well, one that hopefully will be sorted sooner rather than later. No place for it in the game, no one's suggesting that. And it will be interesting to see how that all unfolds. Matt Hodgson's, you know, he's had a difficult start to the season. Only played the 6 games out of the 10 the Wildcats have been involved in, averaging 4 points, 2 boards. Hasn't had a really good run at it. And Joe Chi, on his 6 games out of the 8 that the Phoenix have played, he's been good. 13 points, top 10 in rebounding at 7 a game. And as I mentioned, the leading shot blocker in the competition, playing 23 minutes. He just provides something that other teams really have to try and counter.
He will be the difference maker as to why this team will get to the grand finals and win it. He will be the difference maker, whether they make it or not, whether they win it or not.
Set to go from John Cain Arena. Last time Perth were playing here was in the grand final. And last season, underway, and the Phoenix control the tip. A chance for Xavier Munford.
And that's the matchup right there. Mitch Creek, big ball. Keep your eye on that.
G against Majuk. Shot clock rolling down, and they've coughed it up. Wildcats stand strong at the defensive end to start this one. Frazier with it. A lot of action off the ball. Shot clock rolls to single numbers now. Vic Law down low against Mitch Creek. Two of the best in the business. Law fires over the top, can't connect, and now Ryan Brockhoff for Liafa in traffic against Cotton. Now Creek around the perimeter. Munford trying to shake Frazier. Here's Creek down low. With a mismatch, working on Mitch Norton, can't convert.
Strong work from the Wildcats. Down low, their first 2 defensive possessions. First Majuk, holding strong against Chi, and then Mitch Norton in the mismatch against Mitch Creek.
We'll have a 60 seconds played. Feeling out process. Both teams missing their opening shot, and now we have scoring underway.
Tough mid-range hit over the outstretched hands of Joe Chi.
Frazier gets Perth underway. Liafa exploring. Attracted plenty of attention. Here's Creek. Shot clock and one. Gets it done. Chance of a 3-point play.
Let me tell you why that matchup is so important. Both of these guys are MVP caliber players playing great basketball. When you have key matchups like this, he puts them in a spin cycle. Finishes. Easy bucket, right? You want to get your defender the first foul first, because he cannot, if he wants to stay in this game, he can't play aggressive on you defensively. Mitch Creek was able to strike early. Over to you, Vic Law.
So a 3-point play for Mitch Creek puts the Phoenix on top. 90 seconds played. Wildcats coming off that 15-point loss in Sydney. Prior to that, have won their previous 2, and that's with authority as well.
Good execution from the Wildcats. They're putting Joe Chi in those on balls. They got the mid-range with Frazier, the possession before, and there they're able to find Majuk at the rim.
Okay, sit him up. Out of bounds. Sit him up, please. Sit him up.
Run out of real estate there, Liafa.
Let's go inside.
Second turnover for the Phoenix.
He's missed their last couple of games. Liafa back in the lineup today, and he's got the job on Bryce Cotton off the opening tip.
Here is that battle on cue. Cotton lost the control of it, scoops it up, goes to Mitch Norton, working on Brockhoff. They've coughed it up. The Wildcats. Munford, Brockhoff started the play. Can't finish it though. Joe Chi in over the back, too big.
Easy old boy for an easy 2. He's gonna have a big one tonight. They gotta find a way to keep him off the boards.
Frazier with it. It's back from Majuk. 2-man game at the moment. Turnaround, not going to work with a hook shot. Chance for Xavier Munford. Gets past Norton. Dances into the paint with the left hand. Nice finish.
Beautiful take. Xavier Munford, as he gets into the lane and just reads the defense perfectly. Keeps it, finishes at the cup.
There's a chance for Cotton. His first shot off the mark. Joe Chi the rebound.
Oh.
Munford shaking Frazier. Opens up the 3-point look and he knocks it down.
Hello. 10-4 early. May have slipped, but it still looked good.
Wildcats notorious for slow starts. They've been down double figures in the first half their last 5 games. shot there from Fraser off the mark. 2 of 6 to start proceedings here, the Wildcats. Down 6. And Munford, been impressive so far. Needs help on this occasion. Creek for Liafa. Shot clock to single digits. Now Creek against Cotton in a mismatch. Vic Law is there. Active hands from Majuk then to keep it alive. That counts for Mitch Creek. That's a heads-up play. Scoop it up as you fouled and make a shot out of it.
We just stayed with the play. Here's Mumford just faking Majuk off as he comes down the lane. And then stepping up and knocking down the 3. And then Mitch Creek just stays with the play. Gets it knocked out of his hands. Majuk gets his hand on it. Gets it back, flips it up, and one finish. And you talk about those slow starts, Case. Scott Morrison's not going to let it roll. He's down 8 early, and he's made some early changes. Blanchfield, Travers, and Wagstaff all in off the bench after the first few minutes of the game.
And all 3 are quality players. You're not ready to play. He's sitting you down early. Cannot afford to go down against this team on the road.
Well, Travers into the game quickly. Can't finish the shot, though. Phoenix have scored the last 10 here. They lead by 9. Liafa gets it from Creek. And again, they go to Mitch Creek down the low block and a mismatch against Cotton. Joe Chi came up with a loose ball. They had another 2, and the margin is into double figures.
Now, timeout, coach. Enough of this. Let's go talk about it. I don't know if Mitch Creek has that or it fell out of his hands. He lost it.
He lost it.
Oh, yeah. Either way, he gets the assist.
What they're doing, they're getting the mismatch. They're going to Bryce Cotton in the mismatch, down low, and good things are happening. They got a little lucky, but some problems for Scott Morrison to solve.
The only guy we're doubling up. We can scram him out. Yeah, just talk. You got any more weak side talk. Everyone's scared to go. Hit Vic here. Flare LT. Ball screen. Hammer Jesse. Okay? Understand? So you're looking for drive or Jesse in the corner. Okay, let's go. You're setting the hammer screen for Jesse.
There's Perth coach Scott Morrison is trying to get organised at the offensive end. It brings Majuk out early, so he goes to the small ball shooting lineup of Wagstaff and Vic Law at the 4 and the 5. Try to ask some questions of Joe Chi and the Phoenix, and it's going to be interesting to see the way Judd Flavel responds. I think I saw in that last possession, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the matchup. You can put Joe Chi on Luke Travers. Travers is just 1 of 17 from 3 on the season. So he's going to say, you know what, let's keep the big fella at home. Make you prove it to us from long range. Moving his chess pieces around in his debut as an NBL head coach.
So the Wildcats down double figures in the first half for the 6th straight game. They're 7-3 on the season, so they can fight their way out of it. And on cue, Luke Travers peels off the 3, Leo.
Well, that's the scout. And he steps up and makes him pay. Let's see if the Phoenix make an adjustment or make him prove it to him again.
Middle stages of an opening quarter between first and third on the ladder. Chi draws a foul on Wagstaff, going to be his first personal. 13 foul on Perth. Southeast Melbourne yet to commit a foul. Phoenix restart. Mumford to Creek. Mumford steps outside the 3, knocks it down. They're a perfect 2 of 2 from deep, and the margin is 11 once more.
Mumford up to 8 points. 3 of 3. 2 3-pointers made so far in this one. He's playing completely off. You got to let that go, big fella.
Travers reluctant to go for a second time.
Get that out of here!
By Chi, the best in the business. Brockhoff exploring. Creek had support on the other wing. Elected to fire, couldn't finish it. Here's Travers. It's more he's capable. He can get a running start against Joe Chi, who worried him out of the points. Munford, Liafa to his left, Creek to his right. Nice pass inside. Creek kicks it. Brokoff. Liafa for the 3-ball is short.
That's great ball movement from the Phoenix. Creek to Brokoff. Turned down a good shot for a better shot. Liafa just couldn't finish the play.
Oh, with a strong move there.
Yeah. Second arm. Liafa, we've got baseline. 8.
So the foul's going to be called on Liafa.
Yes.
For the after shoot.
Yes. Okay. Best.
Stood his ground well
Almost got
initially.
caught with offensive foul.
Well,
That
it was
offhand.
a line ball, wasn't it there, Corey? So inside the last 4 minutes of the opening quarter, Wildcats restricted to just 7 points so far. They're the highest scoring team in the competition at 88 a game. Here's Blanchford, who's been hot. This time, not so. .55% from deep, 16 of 29 from long range. Toddy Blanchfield, that is off the mark. And 3 of 11 from the field for the Wildcats at 27%. Phoenix are 7 of 11 from the field. Mumford been busy, 8 points. Hasn't missed a shot so far. It's the ball, finger roll. Didn't work initially there for Ashley, but he got the tip in.
Well, there's no rim protection on the floor for the Wildcats. This is, Hodgson's not in this game, so Majuk's out. He's not gone to Holly Hayes-Brown just yet, Scott Morrison. So easy pickings for the Phoenix at the rim.
Bryce Scott shares it with Travers again, reluctant to pull the trigger on the 3. Bounces into Ashley and couldn't finish it from close range. Well, a missed opportunity as he grimaces with it. Brokoff hands over. Mumford. Ashley, touch past Liafa before he went down behind play. Here's Blanchfield working on Creek, nothing on offer. Needs support from Frazier. Back to Blanchfield, baseline. And he's not down taking the shot and slow to recover as well. Wagstaff comes up with the 3 and his first score in the game. And Todd Blanchfield just looking a little second hand.
He's a little winded. Good hit from Wagstaff. Game 399 from the 6-time champion Wagstaff. There you see Blanchfield and the hit he took. And they're going to need him to knock down shots, Wagstaff. You're going to put him out there to try and stretch the floor, make things difficult for the Phoenix on their matchups. He needs to answer the call by knocking it down, which he's done so well for over a decade.
Yeah, certainly this season as well, 41% from long range. Wagstaff averaging 7 a game in his 21 minutes. Kevin White just sharing his thoughts there with coach Scott Morrison. 2.5 remaining in the opening quarter. Phoenix have doubled Perth's score and looking to extend on it from close range. Ashley gets it done.
Great activity coming off the bench. You don't lose much when Joe Chi is sitting down and this man enters the game.
Cotton, none of 2 from the field. Wildcats get it back. Blanchfield wants to take on Lockie Barker. And Barker called for the foul.
Big opportunity for this young man, Lachlan Barker. He had the attack on the rim the previous possession, and they're trying to defend. Blanchfield picks up the foul, but depleted Phoenix lineup. And he's getting some early run here. Could be in for a big load of minutes this afternoon.
Well, Judd Flavel is filling in for Simon Mitchell, who's in COVID protocols as well. He's in charge and his team are up 12 here in the opening quarter. Let's listen into the huddle.
Stay the fucking keyway. He's got to hit 3 threes till we change. Yeah. Hey, exactly what he's talking about. Smart on those closeouts. Never running forward to them. Box outs first before you go swooping. All right, long shots, long rebounds. Tidy up those ones. That's how they score there. We take those ones away. We starve them off those little cheapies. Okay.
Long rebounds too. They're shooting deep threes.
Yep. Hey, attack their pressure. Attack the pressure. Shoot it. Drive it. Whatever. Keep filling the hole in behind of that shit. They can't stop you on the boards. Next time we get a set here, we're in bolt ghost. Bolt ghost.
It's a cool story, Judd Flavel, and he's making his head coaching debut today. As he said, 16th season as an NBL assistant, 13 with the Breakers, part of 4 championships, 3rd here with the Phoenix. I can't imagine anyone's had more games as an assistant coach before making their head coaching debut.
Al Westover?
Maybe. I think he might have coached a few as a stand-in earlier in the piece. His team's got off to a quick start today.
Wildcats at the moment, 2 of 5 from long range. Just 10 points at 25% from the field. They've actually taken more shots than the Phoenix. Southeast Melbourne getting it done at 60% from the field. Juk checks back into the game. Only 5 fouls called so far in the game on individuals inside the last 2 minutes of the opening quarter. Creek gets it from Munford. Now back there via Brockhoff. Exploring, shot clock down to 8, elects to fire to front of the rim. Creek keeps it alive. Ashley, able to contain him so far. It's been a presence. This time Majuk just muscles up against him, did a good job. Called for the foul. So there is his first personal, 4th team foul on Perth.
As you said earlier, Liam, no rim protection out there, so Phoenix is just taking full advantage of that. Not settling for 3-point shots every time down. They're bigs trying to go to work against that defense.
Penetration comes from Torrey Smith-Milner. Couldn't convert. And the Wildcats come back the other way through Michael Frazier. Against Liafa. Elevates at the foul line and knocks down the shot.
He's doing some work in the mid-range. Frazier. But Ashley in the drop coverage as well. Give him a little space. Frazier's taking advantage.
Only player to hit multiple field goals for Perth so far in the game. Shot clock single numbers. This time the shot fired and tumbles there. Unlucky Barker. First points in the season for him. This is his 3rd game, averaging 4 minutes. Inside 30 seconds remaining. Lob the ball down low. Mismatch here. Majuk against Liafa. Feeding outside. Norton comes up with the goods.
Those are the shots they have to hit because that defense is playing off of them. Got to make them pay.
Yeah, way you go. Patience.
The shot clock switched off here. Loose ball. Ashley kicks outside. Barker with the open look. It rattled around and jumped in. Nice finish for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix on the quarter-time buzzer, and they enjoy a 12-point lead at quarter-time. It's the Phoenix 27, Perth 15. More Hungry Jacks NBL coming at you in just a moment. back. Round 10 of the Hungry Jacks NBL continues, and the Phoenix, well, they are dictating terms to the Perth Wildcats here. Opened up a double-figure lead midway through the opening quarter. They enjoy a 12-point break here. 27-15 is the equation at the moment. The rebound count 12-6 in favour of the Phoenix, and they've got it under control at the moment.
Yeah, those 4 offensive rebounds were good for South East Melbourne. They also keep Bryce Cotton and Vic Law quiet. 0 points between those two superstars. 0 of 3 from the field combined.
Here's the interesting thing. You know, in the second quarter, 1 or 2 of those guys get going.
Nice setup there from Cotton. Mitch Norton doing the right thing. Knows how he's being guarded. Gets right to the rim. Makes himself a threat.
Liafa hands over. Brandon Ashley. Guarded by Law. Brockhoff fills up the 3. That will help his confidence because he hasn't shot it as well as he would have liked. At just 24% from deep. So they would appear to have the answers so far. Long way to go, though. Big Law off the mark. Smith-Milner the rebound, and now Liafa. Ryan Brockhoff puts it on the floor this time. Good extension as well, and off glass, that's 2.
And that's the great thing about Brockhoff. He's a legitimate shooter, although not shooting the ball at his best this season so far. But he can also put the ball on the deck and create. 5 straight points from him. That man needs to get going.
He's been a bit more aggressive here first couple of possessions. Set up Norton, and then there draws the foul, Bryce Cotton. You're right about Ryan Brockhoff, Corey. And yeah, Casey, he's been a little cold from the perimeter, but he's double figures scoring in 4 of his last 6 games. Ryan Brockhoff, he's getting a little bit more active on the glass, playing huge minutes for the Phoenix. Simon Mitchell, usually, Judd Flavel today. Loving what he's doing out there on the floor, even when he's not filling it up.
Cotton, none of 3 from the field so far.
Liam, let me ask you something.
Hit me.
These poor starts that are so consistent for the Perth Wildcats, knowing you're on the road, you would think we need to start earlier and not wait. Vic Law, Bryce Cotton, not wait till the game comes to us because of these consistently poor starts. What's going on?
Oh, they're not getting those guys going. Are they? Vic Law in particular. Scored 5 points across his last 5 first quarters coming into this one. Blanchfield can't hit there. So that's 5 across his last 6 first quarters in total.
Ball pass picked off. Well on Blanchfield, Norton, and gets it done under pressure. Mitch Norton up to 7 points on 3 of 3 from the field. Only Munford with 8 has more points in the game. The Wildcats have got it back again, so just starting to grab some momentum here. Vic Law, he's missed his first 3 attempts as well. I guess Scott Morrison hamstrung a little bit by what he can do with no Matt Hodgson there as well. But it is a worrying trend. Getting down double figures in the first half in your last 6 games. Chance now for Brockhoff in the corner. Couldn't finish it. Loose ball scramble. Came back to Frazier.
May not have Haji, but you got Hayes Brown. That young fella can play.
Yeah. Saw that during the NBL Blitz, didn't we?
Yep.
13 points, 11 boards against Adelaide. Looked like he was going to make a lot of noise, but hasn't had the opportunity. Maybe tonight will be his night. 3 of 9 from deep now. Perth. Just 32% from the field overall. But helping him is the fact that Phoenix has just dried up for them as well. Just 5 points here in 3.5 minutes. Ashley rolling to the hoop. Now an easy 2.
That's fine, Munford.
Timeout call. There is the man in question. Reasonable work with the hair as well.
Put the young fella in. He can go. That's a big bruiser.
Well, could do worse, couldn't they? He's an imposing character. And as we saw in that Blitz game I mentioned against Adelaide, he wasn't afraid of no one.
No one.
For the Phoenix here, up 15. And they've just been able to dictate.
Well, 0 points combined from Cotton and Law. That's the story of the game so far. You keep those guys quiet against the Wildcats, you're going to beat them. If you keep them this quiet, you're going to whack them. So the Wildcats, yeah, they're having a little trouble at the defensive end. And Scott Morrison didn't like what he saw that last possession. Ashley, easy finish at the rim. But offensively, no, they're not getting much in transition because they're not getting many stops. But in the half court, need to run some action to get those guys something to the rim. Get them to the free throw line. The whole team hasn't gone to the free throw line yet across the first 13 and a half minutes of the game. So whatever they're talking about in that huddle, need to come out and execute better in these next couple of minutes. Get that guy the pill in the right spots, or this game's going to get away from them.
Yes, certainly the time is now for the Perth Wildcats. Just 19 points. Lowest score this season. They came up with 74 in Adelaide when they lost by 13. As high as 101 coming into this game as well. And here's Travers. Vic Law, well overdue, you would say. Now none of 4 from the field. Wagstaff gets the offensive rebound. Cotton down to the baseline, and he comes up with his first score.
They come out in a little 1-3-1 zone, the Phoenix, and gave up some good looks. Wide open Vic Law, and then Bryce Cotton off the offensive rebound. Open on the baseline.
Ashley hands over Munford. And to add to his 8 points that he scored in the opening quarter, an offensive foul is going to be called on the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix here. Brandon Ashley. It's going to be his second personal.
Instead of going to your path. It happened 5 times down here. All right. My fault, maybe.
Ashley out. Big Joe Chi in. Whew.
He does have a habit of attracting a whistle, Brandon Ashley. Close range, the Wildcats seizing the situation slightly again.
Nice pass from Luke Travers. Back to that matchup. He's got Joe Chi guarding him. No ball pressure. Finds his teammate, and right there, Xavier Mumford. That's way too easy. Straight past his defender. No help. Right to the cup.
One for the first player into double figures. And with Perth just struggling at the offensive end, they can't allow easy scores at the other end. Frazier been good so far and continues to be good. He's got 9 points in the game now, and the margin is cut to 10.
It's been really good. Michael Frazier just ticking the scoreboard over when nobody else can, and helping out on the defensive glass as well. And there, the overhelp from Munford. Frazier makes him pay.
They're not fucking relax here. They're not relaxed. All right? You got Travers. Stay here. Stay here. They're looking to back cut corners. You're the help. There's back cuts, but we're in the body and send them over the screen. You got to fight over screens and send them to them that way. Okay? All right? I like your bolt pinch right. Your ghost right there. I really like that. I like the push there, X, with that, the attack. And if you don't like it, Freaky's coming down. I'm getting you. So we've got that on the run. Let's go pinch again here. Bolt pinch, go back to the PG. Okay.
There's Judd Flavel just reminding his team to stay locked in, and talking to Joe Chi about how he's guarding Luke Travers in that funky matchup. It's a tricky spot for Luke Travers. Can't let it get into his head. Stepped up and knocked down the 3 ball. His first possession when he saw that coverage, but he's been hesitant to shoot it ever since, and just can't hesitate like that. Just needs to make quick decisions and be assertive out there on the floor.
Joe Chi hands over Munford. Shot clock to 10. Just steps his way into the paint. Didn't finish it from close range. Joe Chi had it. Cotton, though, slapped it out of his hands, but a foot on the baseline at the same time. Phoenix will get it back. 7 turnovers in the game for the Phoenix, and just 1 for Perth. Creek. Catch and shoot the three ball. It's off the mark. Oh, Frazier almost coughed it up as well. This is Luke Travers against Chi again. He was shut down initially, so this time decided to bring it back out. Frazier for Law against Creek. Shot clock to 10. Travers, this is where he hit the three from and gets a user-friendly roll there.
Man, take it how you can get it. Most important thing is for him is he's shooting it.
Wildcats have scored the last 6 here. They've cut the margin to 7. It was as big as 15, and an offensive foul is called on Mitch Creek, his first personal.
Jesse Wagstaff doing what he does. Good weak side help. Easy call. Creek had a mismatch. Cotton sends him to his teammate.
Mitch Creek was wondering if they should challenge that.
That ain't no challenge. Save that, coach.
Travers in the paint. It's Joe Chi and caught him on the arm. So this is good work from Travers.
He's being assertive, being aggressive. Joe Chi helping out on the Vic Law post up. Travers gets his feet right, steps up, knocks it in. Wasn't pretty, but it went down. And here, you know what? Nothing happening. Let me go into the body of the shot blocker. Create a little bit of space for myself. Gets to the free throw line.
8 of 13 at 62% from the free throw line coming into this game, Luke Travers. He's played in 9 of Perth's 10 games, 24 minutes a game. 6.6 rebounds. He's top 10 in the league in steals and blocks as well. Just can do a little bit of everything.
We heard in the huddle, the Phoenix huddle a while ago, Mitch Creek said he needs to hit 3 to make us adjust to how we're defending him. No doubt talking about Luke Travers. He's knocked down 2.
And they're on an 8-0 run here, the Wildcats, back to within 5. Creek shut down by Travers with a defensive presence. Now he's lost it. This foul's going to be on the Phoenix, and we've got free throws to come here for the Wildcats.
Good minutes by Travers at both ends.
Challenge that, says Munford. This is Travers with a block shot.
We're reviewing.
Well, they're looking at an upgrade here. Joe Chi should be called for an unsportsmanlike foul.
So Mumford suggested that they should challenge it because he thought the whistle was on him, but it wasn't. It was on Joe Chi. And they're having a look to see here if he just grabs him.
Normal foul on the floor.
Not much contact in that. But they're looking to look, well, is he in legal guard position? Is he just trying to stop the transition?
26. Grab his arm. Hit him on the arm. I didn't have him. Maybe after the arm was taken away.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Yes, so
Okay.
when you roll,
Upgrade.
That's a roll.
Before we upgrade. Sportsmanlike foul or black 26. Upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul on black 26. We have
Nico.
scored possession and white 23.
There you go.
Okay, 2
White
shots.
23.
Jeez, it was really minimal
Yeah,
contact
Two shots.
on Joe Chi, but that's the rule. Reach out, grabbed his arm just a tiny little bit, but the reflex action to stop the transition opportunity, and it results in 2 in possession for the Wildcats.
Second personal for Joe Chi. Ashley already has 2 fouls. That height advantage they're enjoying is rapidly diminishing.
Luke Travers, first person on his team to reach double figures.
Let's go.
Has 7 in this quarter.
Good minutes off the bench.
So the margin cut to 3. Perth had scored the last 10 points here. This is without Bryce Cotton being heavily involved. And he is now.
On cue.
But you can't keep him down. Bryce Cotton working his way into the game.
And just like that, it is a tied ball game.
Tremendous fight back.
Clear, Jeff.
Southeast Melbourne Phoenix struggling to score at the moment. Perth just finding a way. Somehow, this Cotton is knocked down one, turns that down, wants Vic Law involved against Creek. Phoenix already over the limit in terms of fouls in this quarter. Well done, Mitch Creek, to stay with him, but right at the end we get a whistle and Law's off to the strike.
There's that matchup. Power forwards going up against each other, and here's Creek trying to slide his feet, body up defensively. Law stays with the play. Turn around here. And, oh my. They call him for the little push underneath Mitch Creek. The Phoenix are not going to challenge it. Law to the strike.
70% free throw shooter this season, Vic Law. It's 122 a game to be third in the competition, and as we know, top 10 in rebounding block shots as well. But 26 of 37 from the strike coming into this game. Plenty of contact as they wrestle for the rebound as well. Fernandez has found a foul out of this, and Brandon Ashley could be.
In 30.
Oh, wow, that's a big whistle. That's a third personal on Brandon Ashley. As you mentioned, Case, Joe Chi's got two. Wagstaff. Wow.
Actually,
should be on the alpha.
Yeah.
If anything. And of course, being over the limit in terms of fouls, the more free throws to come here.
Well, they have the option to challenge it, the Phoenix.
Didn't take a free throw in the opening quarter, Perth. They're now 6 of 6 with 2 to come.
Definitely 8.
Definitely 8. So I think we're going to change this to Liafa's first personal, and that'll make Judd Flavel a little more at ease.
Okay, so that'll be 2 on Ashley. They've brought him out of the game.
Not on 13. Fouls on Liafa, not on Ashley.
Okay, 2 shots.
So the push in the back on the rebound. I'll get you up. I'll get you up.
So they've corrected that. Ashley goes back to 2 fouls. Liafa comes up with 2 as well. Mitch Creek has 2.
Well, let's see if Judd Flavel reverses that substitution. He's no doubt brought Ashley out because he thought he had 3. They've gone uber small here as a result, with Smith-Milner at the 5.
Wagstaff misses the first. He was 10 of 10 from the free throw line this season prior to that. But the Wildcats hold a 3-point lead. They have scored the last 16 points here. And the Phoenix cannot buy a bucket. Munford. Shot clock to single numbers. Here's Brockhoff firing. Off the mark, Cotton the rebound. It has dried up for the Phoenix at the offensive end, and Cotton starting to get going. Can't connect there, gets his own rebound. Frazier, who started it for Perth and continues to be good.
Oh, wow. The Wildcats storming all over the Phoenix here. Look at that, 27-9 in this second quarter.
19 unanswered points. And foul going to be called on Frazier here.
To zip run. Incredible. Churning it up defensively, getting some stops. Bryce Cotton starting to get involved. Michael Frazier.
Luke Travers set the tone early.
Munford wanted Smith-Milner. Too much heat on the pass. They cough it up again. Turnover number 9 for the Phoenix. Perth has 1 in that category. Now Cotton draws a foul. More free throws to come, and that's 3 on Mitch Creek.
And that is the last thing you want. Whenever you turn the ball over against this team, they will make you pay, as we're seeing. Phoenix just careless with the ball.
Not only had Perth ruled up 19 unanswered points, but they've done it all in the space of 3 minutes.
Wow.
Nico.
Have turned this game on its head.
Did not see it coming.
Trailed by 15. And they're out by 8. And still plenty of time till halfway, till half time. And Judd Flavel must be just looking at the scoreboard thinking,
what just happened?
Great response from the Wildcats.
Now they need a response from the Phoenix. Chi, Brockhoff. Love pass back for Chi. Foul's going to be called on the Wildcats. Free throws to come.
Look at that lineup that the Wildcats have out there. I mean, this is seriously small. There's no Hodgson, no Majuk, and even no Jesse Wagstaff. So you got Vic Law at the 5, Luke Travers at the 4, Scott Morrison making it work with these undersized squads.
Munford. Wheeling, dealing, works inside, can't get it to go, but off to the free throw line.
Nice take to the basket, creating something out of nothing.
Wildcats have taken 10 free throws this quarter. This is the first free throw for the Phoenix in this turn. Just to try and snap a 21-0 run. Take anything they can get at the moment. The complexion of this game just changed so quickly. It's a little over a minute out from half-time. And the Phoenix, led by as many as 15, find themselves behind at this stage. Cotton gets after the quick shot. Knew it was off, and he slaps it out of Joe Chi's hands. Travers, again, a reluctant three-point shooter.
Please confirm, but I have the 24.
A shot clock scenario here.
18, please. 18 on the shot clock. 18 on the shot clock.
Quick mathematics there. As Joe Chi had the ball, they didn't reset. So now, well done, Chris Reed. That's what they're calling the Silver Fox. How much gets past him? So Perth will restart here against a scrambling Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Travers drew Joe Chi out, then went inside and took him on and earned a trip to the free throw line.
A couple of things went wrong and right there. Joe Chi closing out at the 3 with Luke, but Luke's hit 2. So now he has the big guy thinking. Great shot fake and attack to the basket. And that's exactly how you have to attack the basket with a shot blocker. Go up to dunk. There's Joe Chi's third foul. He'll sit down. Brandon Ashley to re-enter the game. Luke Travers, great second quarter. It's up to 11 points as he knocks down the first, where he's 5 of 5 from the free throw line. 2 of 2 from the 3. Make that 12.
Yeah, 9 in this quarter. They had 15 at quarter time, the Wildcats. 31 here in this quarter, which is some sort of changeover. Perth actually had the highest scoring second quarter in the competition this season, 33. Brockhoff off the mark. Now a chance for Frazier. As he works his way back up the floor into traffic, ran into Smith Milner. Ball knocked down out of court, and Perth will restart. So this is deja vu from the Perth game in Cairns, where it followed a similar storyline. This is Bryce Cotton with Ashley out of his comfort zone. Fires, can't connect. Frazier, the offensive rebound, put back wouldn't work, but there's that man Travers, a dominant second quarter from Luke Travers.
14 points, 6 rebounds.
Marching into double figures.
Fantastic half by Travers, and another turnover.
This is incredible. Wagstaff on the buzzer, why not? Couldn't get it to go. Well, they trailed by 15 in this quarter, the Perth Wildcats, and they go in at the half up 10.
Unbelievable. What a response.
38, where did that come from?
Scott Morrison, he called that timeout. They were down a whole heap. Things were getting out of hand, and he got exactly the response he was after. stops at one end, and all kinds of activity at both ends of the floor. Here's Travers getting on the offensive glass. Game high 14 points for him, a 33-11 second term for the Wildcats.
Unbelievable. Let's get to Nerily Meadows for some reaction.
Luke Travers is with me. Luke, you were down by 15. The coach calls a timeout. What did he say to you? You got a smile on your face.
Yeah, I think it's just the same thing every game. I know we're starting off slow, but we're stringing together some stops like we did in the second quarter, then, yeah, only leads to good things.
What did you turn around, though, more specifically, to get things way back on track?
Just effort. I think on the defensive end is what we've been lacking, so, you know, get the communication together and the effort, and then good things will happen from there.
And you were individually huge as well. Well done. Enjoy the break at halftime. They are up by 10 points here at John Cain Arena. It is 38-48, even though the Phoenix led by as much as 15 in the first half of this one. So much going on here at John Cain Arena. Do not go anywhere. Who knows what happens next?
And welcome back to the Hungry Jacks NBL. What a contest we've got going here between the first team in the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix and the Wildcats, who are third at the moment. A 15-point lead in the second quarter for the Phoenix evaporated, and now Perth on top by 10. And Corey, that was an unbelievable turnaround.
Unbelievable turnaround indeed. Did not see that coming. Southeast Melbourne, we were in full control of this game. Enter Luke Travers coming in the second quarter. 14 points and 6 rebounds in the half. Great performance by him, but once he hit those 2 3-pointers, confidence went up. The defense started closing out. He started doing more damage. But Michael Frazier, those two Wildcats on screen were big in the first half for the Wildcats.
And the turnover count 10-1 against the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix at the moment, and they've got foul trouble now. Joe Chi has 3, Mitch Creek has 3, and the Wildcats, well, they have really been able to turn it around. And full credit to them for doing it.
Yeah, for sure. They're on the road. They're road warriors. They're battling right now. Scott Morrison went with a small ball lineup that has given the Phoenix problems. You mentioned it earlier. 10 turnovers in the first half against a hungry Wildcats team that's really good on defense. They're going to make you pay on the other end, and that's exactly what they're doing. But Luke Travers, and what he's done in the second quarter at both ends of the court, bravo and kudos to you. I said earlier, Rookie of the Year was a done deal. Great second half to keep this conversation going.
Yes, for those who joined us a little late, Bill Quoll had 8 threes for Cairns against Brisbane in the earlier game. And well, let's dig a little deeper here for the Phoenix against the Wildcats and get to the analysis centre where we find Liam Santamaria.
Well, it's a good point you make, Corey, about Luke Travers. He was massive in that first half. But let's dive a little deeper on how he's thinking through his way through this game, because he's got a 7'2" monster guarding him in Joe Chi as the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix try to move their pieces around. And it's taken a little while for Luke Travers to work his way through how to make this work. You see, he brings the ball down. This is his defender right here, Joe Chi. Look how far away he is from Luke Travers, but Travers isn't sure what to do. So you know what? He gives it up. He spaces out. Then as Vic Law attacks, now when he catches it, look at all this space he has between him and his defender. No hesitation, steps up and knocks it down. That was a great way to punish that defense. But he lost a little confidence. Then a couple of possessions later, he brings it up. Again, look how much gap there is between Joe Chi and Luke Travers. The Phoenix are daring him to shoot it. And right here, he doesn't want to. So he gives it up, spaces out, gets it back, hesitates, and then, you know what, I'm going to drive it, I'm going to kick it. But the problem is, if you don't take those shots, as you space out Luke Travers, your man Joe Chi's going to stay home. And what happens is, makes life difficult for your teammates, sends Todd Blanchfield's shot away. So he's working his way through this matchup, Luke Travers. Knocks a second three-pointer down, and then late in this quarter, he gets the ball back here in the corner. And the threat, have a look at him here, and he raises the ball as if he's going to shoot it. He's knocked down 2. Joe Chi closes out, and now Travers punishes the big fella by putting it on the deck. Good response from Luke Travers as he's thinking his way through what is a pretty funky matchup. Great second quarter, Wildcats on top.
Terrific analysis there, Liam Santamaria. Luke Travers doing it all at the moment. And, well, just 6 points for the Phoenix in the last 9 minutes of that quarter. They have problems at the moment, but if you think you can play like a pro, thanks to Bunnings Warehouse, who are giving you the chance to win your very own court at home, you can enter now at win.nbl.com.au/Bunnings.
I only worked on shooting, which is why that's really all I can do.
I had a basketball hoop and a little trampoline. I used to play back there for hours with my brother and get beat up a lot, but it was a lot of fun in the meantime.
My dad built one, so I had a little bit of like a half court going on, and that made my life the best, so I could never complain as a kid.
That was kind of like our sanctuary, our getaway from everything.
to John Cain Arena, where it was a 25-point turnaround that sees the Perth Wildcats up by 10 at half-time. Standing coach for South East Melbourne Phoenix, Judd Flavel, joins me now. Judd, what was the main message? A tough gig for you in your first coaching gig.
Oh, look, I mean, there's some things that are in our control that we can take care of. There's some discipline things there with fouls and keeping our hands out. Some of that is out of our control. I mean, got wrong end of the stick, I think, with some of those. But some closeout, some personnel scout that we got to be better disciplined. We're obviously just tagging off certain guys, and we just got to stay with that. You got to pick and choose how you're going to win or how you're going to lose. But doing a good job with Cotton and Law. But we tidy up the rebounds as well. We lost that quarter a lot with that, and they shot too many free throws. So tidy those two areas up, we're okay.
Appreciate your time. All the best.
Thank you.
Judd Flavel there with Nerily Meadows, covered a lot of territory. And the South East Melbourne Phoenix with a possession arrow to get us underway here. Down 10 after leading by 15 in the second quarter. They've dried up dramatically. What can they get going at the offensive end? Well, nothing on this occasion. Again, Munford had the pass knocked down, deflected, and a chance for Perth to continue their run here at the moment. Law, he lost the handle on it as well, under pressure from Brockhoff. Just a second turnover for the Wildcats. Judd Flavel mentioned the fouls. They had 9 in the second quarter, the Phoenix. They've got problems with Joe Chi on 3 fouls, and that's why Brandon Ashley is out there to start this second half, and he gets it done.
We've got 2 of their stars on 3 fouls. Joe Chi, but also Mitch Creek. And Judd Flavel's going to roll with Mitch Creek out there. This is on the way to half-time. This is Scott Morrison walking out, and words exchanged between Scott Morrison and South East Melbourne Phoenix assistant Luke Kendall.
I love how ScoMo's going about his business, home or on the road.
So Flavel's going to roll with Mitch Creek out there with 3, and Scott Morrison's rolling with Mitch Norton to start this third quarter with 3. These guys need to be smart, play without fouling.
So the Phoenix open scoring here in the second half. Bryce Cotton down to the baseline, attracted plenty of attention, found Vic Law ready to go. Oh, that had a good look and didn't like it, jumped out. Liafa leads the charge back the other way for the Phoenix. This is Munford, gets it back. Here's Creek. Ashley strong in the paint, just muscles his way over the top there of Michael Frazier to help himself to 2 more.
Nice cut to the basket by the big fella, recognizing the mismatch. It's his guy. Good finish.
Frazier off the mark. Open scoring in the game, but can't get that done. And now Mitch Creek, who didn't score in the second quarter and continues to be dry at the moment. 2 of 7 from the field for Mitch Creek. Margin is 6. Frazier hands over. Mitch Norton wearing the unfamiliar number 32 singlet. They stood off him, so he fires from deep, can't get it done.
Yeah, they're letting him shoot. He came in shooting 2 of 11 from 3 on the season. Mitch Norton knocked one down earlier, but they're still going to make him prove it.
That's none of 3 from deep in this quarter for Perth. 3 of their 4 shot attempts have come from long range. And free throws to come here.
Big ball, 0-5, that stat line. There's just nothing happening on the offensive end.
Well, 3 of those 5 attempts have been from 3-point territory for Vic Law. And right now, the guy who's guarding him, this man, Mitch Creek, is on 3 personals. So you want to see Vic Law being a little bit more aggressive. Get it in the block or put it on the deck. Try to put some pressure on Creek defensively.
Wait.
So the Phoenix score the first 6 points of the second half to close the margin to 4. In a game of fluctuating fortunes, remembering Perth reeled off 21 unanswered points in the second quarter to take the lead. Here's Cotton firing, and that's all the bottom of the net for Bryce Cotton, who's into double figures.
I mean, and we know it's coming. It doesn't matter when. Doesn't matter what the scoreline is. You is in the first half. You know it's coming.
Brandon Ashley with it, picks up the dribble. Liafa, shot clock rolls to single numbers. Good ball skills, penetration. Going to be called for the offensive foul there as Mitch Norton takes the charge.
Bryce Cotton down the other end. Isaiah Liafa slips under the screen. Coming here under that, over the first one, but under the second one. And Bryce Cotton just waits for the hard show to disappear. And he knows he's got some space to let it go. Bryce Cotton, he's up to double figures now. Starting to warm his way into this game.
Wagstaff gives it back to him. Shot clock to 10. Cotton, nice pass. Mitch Norton sneaking back door, helps himself to 2 more.
It was like, it's like you're a deer stuck in headlights when Bryce Cotton gets the ball. He's such a threat. Everybody's just standing and watching him. Easy backdoor cut for an easy layup.
Perth score 5 unanswered points after the Phoenix had scored the first 6 of the quarter. Creek, quick release, can't connect, loose ball scramble. Let's get to Narrowly Meadows courtside.
Just a reminder with South East Melbourne Phoenix, guys, who are obviously down at the moment after having that 15-point lead. This is 4 players down for them, which is the most we've seen for any team in COVID situation this season for any one game. So that was a statistic given to me earlier tonight. 4 players is the most that we've seen for any one game, and they don't have their coach as well. So gutsy effort at the moment, really.
It's a good point, Nez. All those guys out under COVID protocols as Mumford can't hit that one. The upper lines it up, he can't hit either. Foul called underneath on Mitch Norton trying to block out Brandon Ashley. But that said, we just watched the Cairns Taipans with 5 key guys out, including their starting import point guard, a key starter in Kawat Noi, and a bunch of important reserves. Take it to Brisbane and run over them on the road. So I don't think the Phoenix would be looking at this as any type of excuse. You don't have your head coach. Of course, that has a massive impact. But they got most of their starters out there. Broke off at the rim. They need to pick things up.
And a minute into the second quarter, they're up 15. The Phoenix. But right now, it's Perth who are cooking. Cotton, unsuccessful. Ashley, the rebound. Number 7 for him in that category to lead it. And a nice dish for Brockhoff as well. He took one to the face there, couldn't finish it. Cotton pushing it. Frazier caught it in rhythm, measures the triple, it's off the mark. That's Brockhoff, no support ahead of him, but feeling confident, fires, but can't get it done. Luke Travers grabs his 5th rebound to go with 14 points. So Ashley in a mismatch against Vic Law. Good recovery though, reaching in to slap it down off to Vic Law's knee and out of court.
Real good hands. That was a ferocious dunk coming up.
Got the step on Ashley here and just well timed off the hip of Vic Law, and his frustrating individual night continues.
A nice finish at the other end from Munford. 14 in the game now for Munford. He joins Travers as the game high scorer. But it's Perth by 5, middle stages of the third. Travers knocks down another 3.
And now you got to play him different.
Well, you love to see it, don't you?
Definitely.
The confidence to come out. He says, you know what? I'm not going to hesitate when I come in the third quarter.
The other end. Nothing on offer there for the Phoenix.
Turnover number 13. You feeling it? Let it go.
Well, the poor pass picked off by Brockhoff. Again, no support ahead of him. Takes them on, couldn't get it done. Mitch Creek tries to clean up, earns a trip to the free throw line.
Great blocked athleticism from that man right there, Vic Law.
3rd personal on Vic Law.
You see the hesitation from Travers that next possession. It hurts his team.
He got to let that go, man.
It hurts your teammates. It results in a turnover right there. Either let it go, make a quick decision. Dribble handoff, drive it at someone, hand it off, get rid of it. Take it at the cup. You can't just stand there with the wheels slowly turning.
We saw in our earlier game between Brisbane and Cairns, both teams across the half century before half time. We are 4 minutes out from three-quarter time, and the Phoenix down 6. Joined us a little late. It was 102-94 Cairns over Brisbane, highest score in the NBL this season. A terrific fight. Tomorrow a doubles header, Sydney against New Zealand, Melbourne versus Tasmania coming your way. Wagstaff. Brokoff goes down, and an offensive foul is going to be called here.
Scott Morrison and the Wildcats might have a think about challenging that. Potential flop in play there from Brokoff. There's a little bit of contact with that left shoulder.
That's off.
Yeah, you're right. I think
Wagstaff got Wagstaff.
He did. He did.
So inside the last 4 minutes of the third quarter, just 8 points for Perth so far since half time. We see Lachlan Barker involved once more, and he's aggressive, and he will be rewarded here as he earns a trip to the free throw line.
Put up 21 points a game in the NBL1 last season. Lachlan Barker, generally regarded as one of the best players around the nation at that next level down, and getting a big opportunity here. Made some most of some first half minutes, and like to see his aggressive state of mind here in the third quarter.
Just as Perth did in that second quarter, now the Phoenix getting to the free throw line and edging their way back into the equation.
Lachlan Barker, 7 minutes, 7 points. Ooh, nice hesitation, blow by.
That's why he's the best in the business. He saw the mismatch and was just so skilled to get it done.
It's frozen right at that free throw area, free throw line, and the rest was all gravy.
Chi with it. Wagstaff sags off him. An offensive foul is going to be called on Joe Chi now. That's going to be his 4th personal foul.
Let me do my job, mate.
This is beautiful by Cotton. Just draws Joe Chi up. Little moment of hesitation, and then easy finish at the rim. See the foul on Joe Chi, the reverse pivot on the handoff. 4th personal, and he comes to the bench for a rest.
Is he not allowed to move his body that way? He's pivoting. He knows what's about to happen next, but surely there's some onus on the other player.
The issue is time and space. The space that you give. I mean, the defensive player has a right to lock and trail and follow his man. And you've got to give that guy time and space to be able to respond.
Hey!
Oh, boy! Luke Travers, right down Main Street.
And that's the type of attention Bryce Cotton draws. The extra defender, Luke Travers, does the right thing. As soon as Bryce swings it to him, attacks. Oh.
19 in the game for Travers, the high scorer. Wagstaff with a loose ball, off and running. Travers wanted it quickly up the floor. They couldn't find a passing lane to him. But inside the last 3 minutes of the third quarter, Perth on top here by 8, and Cotton exploring once more. Is going to add another 2 to his tally. 14 now for Bryce Cotton, and the margin is back into double figures.
And that's the greatness of Bryce Cotton. He just, see Luke Travers goes and throws it down with authority off the swing from Cotton. And when that man gets to feeling good, so much attention goes to him. You get stuck. Like a deer stuck in headlights. And everybody else can eat off of him.
What a night for Luke Travers. 3 of 3 from deep, which equals his career best. He's 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 5 of 8 from the field overall, 5 boards, 3 assists, and came in at a pivotal time and really started to make things happen for his team.
It's been a difficult night for Travis, to be honest, as he's had to think his way through these situations. Yes, his athleticism comes to the fore at times, shot blocking, getting on the rim for putback dunks, but the rest of the time, making these types of decisions, he's trying to work his way into, well, when do I let it go? When do I get on the attack? And he's done a really good job of making those decisions throughout the night. There you see the SodaStream shot chart, 5 of 8 from the field. He's got a game-high 19 points, including 3 really important hits from the perimeter, making the defense have to think about their coverages. And what it's done, it's opened things up for everybody else. And now Bryce Cotton has everybody dancing a merry dance.
He was ranked number 89 in ESPN's Top 100 for the 2022 NBA draft back in December. I think what we've seen tonight is further evidence that there is plenty to work with there.
Oh, there's definitely plenty to work with. Super talented. Just continue to confidently shoot the 3. That's the only thing. And like look how this young man is coming to this game. Confident, letting it go. That's just the next step for Luke Travis, to confidently let it go.
9 points on 3 of 5 shooting. Career night, Lachlan Barker. They can't stop Cotton and the Wildcats at the moment. Now Wagstaff joining in from long range, and the margin is out to 11. It was cut to 4 at one stage. But since then, it's been 9 points to 2 in favour of Perth in the last 2 minutes. So again, they've been able to just put their foot on the accelerator and extend their margin. And the Phoenix haven't been able to go with them. This is Cotton against Creek. Step back 3.
Oh my
Bryce
goodness.
Cotton now is 17 points in the game, and the margin is out to 14. It's the biggest that Perth have enjoyed.
Yeah, he's cooking. It's not just the 17 points either, it's the 5 assists. It's the fact that he's getting anything he wants at the offensive end. His teammates helping out by setting picks and knocking down shots.
Torrey Smith-Milner going for a travelling violation. 15 turnovers now for the Phoenix.
Like one-on-one, he's just unguardable. You are at his mercy. As tough as a defender Mitch Creek is, he wasn't stopping that.
Let's go courtside to Narrowly Meadows.
You got to feel for Judd Flavel, guys, the man who has stepped up in the absence of Simon Mitchell. He's waited 16 long years to get an opportunity, and this is a tough one to make your opportunity in. But I've got to say, he's staying very calm and composed at the moment, listening in at that timeout, just giving instructions on how to handle Luke Travers. Unfortunately, with Bryce Cotton up and firing as well, even though we missed that one, he's got plenty of problems to address.
Sure does, Des. Thank you. Here's Brockhoff just charging in.
It's a great point by Narrowly Meadows. Imagine if you're Judd Flavel. You've waited, this is your 16th season as an NBL assistant coach. You've waited for this opportunity for a decade and a half. And it finally comes along and they say, well, look, Judd, you've got no bench. Your entire bench unit is out and you're up against Bryce Cotton. Good luck, big fella. Of course, they're up by 15. Early doors, the Phoenix, 21-0 run in that first half. Completely turned this game on its head.
Brockhoff now up to 9 points in the game. Got 10 points from the free throw line in this quarter. The Phoenix, out of the 18 that they've scored. Wagstaff, this time from the other wing. Well, this has been impressive to watch. Hit 5 threes out of 11 attempts in this third quarter, the Wildcats. And now they've got a 15-point lead. Shot clock to 5. Liapa decides to fire from deep himself. Couldn't get it going. Frazier needs help here. Vic Law not going to. The shot clock expiring in the background. And then the three-quarter time buzzer will bring a halt to proceedings here. But after being down 15 in the second quarter, the Wildcats lead by 15 here at three-quarter time. Perth 71, the Phoenix 56. More from John Cain Arena in just a moment. Lifesavers, great friends of the competition. They've launched a new range of fruit tingles, chocolate balls, and the chocolate block as well. Get around it if you can, get your hands on. They look pretty good. Saw Andrew Gaze getting into them here a little earlier. He seemed to be enjoying them. I'll tell you, Southeast Melbourne Phoenix need a lifesaver right now at the moment. They've given up a 15-point second quarter lead to be trailing by 15 as we move into quarter number 4. And the Wildcats have got the possession arrow as well. Fraser off the mark. And Ashley hands over to Liafa. Attracted plenty of attention in the paint. Dishes outside. Parker off the mark. And well done by Brandon Ashley, just reaching in behind there. Michael Fraser to dislodge the ball, and the layup from Mitch Creek, who's now got 12 points in the game.
Good find from Brokoff. Mitch Creek in transition. You're right. Good hands from Brandon Ashley. Phoenix, I thought they got a little individual in the third quarter offensively. That was just their 7th assist for the ball game right there.
Wagstaff did that well in game number 399. His smarts gets you most times.
That was just too easy. No weak side defense whatsoever. And this Melbourne Phoenix team have to get some stops.
Well, they restricted Perth to 15 points in that opening quarter. They've unlocked the Phoenix defense now and are just muscling their way inside.
Wagstaff's going to work. He's got 14 now. Wagstaff having a massive impact inside and out. No doubt disappointed. Wasn't named in the Perth Wildcats 40th anniversary team over the last couple of days. Jesse Wagstaff.
He was in mine.
How was he not
there you go.
On that team? How many championships does this man have? How much of a factor has he been during his time with the Wildcats?
He was in mine.
He's a legend. Absolute legend. The thing is,
what was the criteria?
The instructions on how to vote for that thing. Case and myself and the other members of the 10-person selection group were to select, quote, as if you were building the best possible team of former Wildcats players to play a game of basketball. So, did you go for Wagstaff over who? Nick Kay, Matt Knight, Paul Rogers? Who'd you go for, Kay?
Yeah, I had him in there ahead of those guys, although all of them. I didn't actually use their criteria, I have to say. I had to stretch it a little bit myself.
You just did your own thing.
Yeah, they do that in the Wild West. Didn't they have? Yeah, that's another story. But no, I just thought that for Wagstaff, the experience he brings off the bench. I think if I wanted an all-time Perth Wildcats team, I need his experience and his IQ there. So he was in there. Just meant other people missed out. But it was such a tough. Trying to pick that team, amazing.
So many incredible players have played for the organization. It would have been tough.
Yeah, just a privilege to be involved. You realise how good they are when you're asked to do something like that. Here's Mitch Creek starting to make things happen.
It'd be interesting on a jury case. You'd be like, I hear you about beyond reasonable doubt, but I'm just going to go do my own thing.
No, I didn't deliberately go outside the boundaries, if I can just defend myself for a moment. It was that I probably didn't pay as much attention to the criteria as I should have.
Okay.
Because when I saw people had left Wagstaff out of it, I was surprised. And I must admit, look, I was probably a little bit, I guess, showing my age, because can you believe, I'm happy to admit, I did not put Bryce Cotton in my starting 5. Wow. Because I had Damian Martin as captain ahead of him, because I figured if you want to knock him down the shot, Vic Law, first field goal of the night, you need the defensive specialist. And you couldn't not have Ricky Grace running the point. And it's again, it comes down to, I know, Corey, you have your thoughts on Bryce Cotton being the greatest of all time. I think it's a legacy of longevity in the league that I took into consideration as well. But we digress. Perth are up 14 here. A little over 3 minutes played in the final quarter, and Brandon Ashley's picked up the foul. It's going to be his 4th personal as we get courtside to Nerily Meadows.
Just listening in that break, guys, Mitch Creek is still fired up and he's doing his best to get the energy up of his teammates as well. There have been a lot required from just a few players in this one. One of them is Ryan Brockhoff, who's played around 32 minutes in this game, which is really high numbers for him. We saw him only a couple of weeks ago coming off the bench after that COVID break for him. He had to get some treatment on his neck as well during the three-quarter time break. So the other question for the Phoenix is how they back up with a Monday night game at Illawarra.
That's true. Nez, good point. Majuk. Wow. Geez, they're really challenging some guys to shoot the three tonight. The Phoenix, and Majuk right there. He's second. He's now 2 of 2 all time from long range.
In 145 games. Took him 144 to fire one. He liked it so much, he's gone back to the well.
I love it.
He's probably thinking, I should have started this a whole lot earlier.
Well, foul drawn there by Mitch Norton. Speaking, here it is again, no defense whatsoever, no respect. And he knocks it down. And speaking of Scott Morrison during the week, he said, you know what? Majuk can knock it down. I chatted with Damien Martin as well on the Huddle podcast. He said similarly. And Scott Morrison said, we're actually spacing him out on some of these actions. We want him to catch and shoot it. We believe in him. And that's now 2 of 2 over his last couple of games. The big fella.
Advice. Carry on. I will cop one, and I don't want to go there. You're a good player and you're a good dude. Let's go, timeout.
Well, Phoenix are going to challenge this call. I think the young Phoenix fan in the front row there might have seen enough. He might have nodded off there. There's Mitch Norton working into the paint and quietly going about his business with 9 points on 4 of 5 shooting.
Well, you can see Ryan Brockhoff's right arm not straight up here as he's defending. Norton goes, he's definitely the one who initiates the contact, Norton. Look at this one on the left here. Ends up being minimal contact on Brockhoff, which is why the Phoenix are going to challenge that call.
I think that should be a no call.
Coach's challenge is unsuccessful. The call on the floor stands on 45. We have 2 shots. Coach loses his timeout and his coach's challenge.
Brockhoff's right arm out of the cylinder there is what got him undone. Interesting decision, because it's only, that really is only Brockhoff's, is that his first personal foul? Well, you've got Joe Chi on 4. But that's it, down 17. You really need everything to go your way from this moment forward if you're going to come back.
Let's go, line up.
Mitch Norton to the free throw line. 7 of 12 this season from the stripe at 58% coming in. He too has had injury problems, played only 5 of the 10 games, averaging 21 minutes a game. And speaking of Ryan Brockhoff, he averages 28 minutes a game, and obviously with the injuries and the absences tonight, he's already up to 32, pushing 33. So seeing extra minutes, 9 points, 3 of 11 from the field, 1 of 6 from deep. So his woes from deep continue. That's better from Munford. He was doing in the opening quarter and making things happen. He had 8 points in that opening quarter, and he's got 18 at the moment. But right now, the Wildcats lead at 83-66.
Scott Morrison not wasting any time, not wanting the Phoenix to build any kind of momentum whatsoever. Easy basket for Mumford. Slicing his way down the lane, quick timeout. Let's get ourselves reorganised defensively and try to hold on to this lead.
And I think with the absences that we're seeing and the injury problems teams are going through at the moment, that you're going to see some unusual score lines. And it's been a feature of this season so far, and we saw it last season as well, but I think it's not as cut and dried as it once was in the NBL, and we already know the standard is so even that anyone can beat anyone on any given night. Round 10 of the Hungry Jacks NBL, and tonight's winner of the $50 Kmart gift card is Georgie Roach. Look at her go. She loves playing basketball for the Eagles and her school with her best friends. She's now running around everywhere, dribbling all around the house, wanting to be the next superstar. Do it with a softball. Get the net on the back of the door. Some dunking. Get into it, Georgie. Love your work. Thanks to Kmart. The $50 gift card coming your way. Here's Munford. Game with a foot on the accelerator. Forced into a tough shot. Couldn't get it done. And just at the moment, the South East Melbourne Phoenix not doing enough. Only scored 11 points in the second quarter. And just 10 here in the final so far. Munford decides to go solo. Can't finish it. Vic Law grabs the rebound. Just his third to go with 5 points on 1 of 8 shooting.
South East Melbourne. It's dried up since the end of that first quarter.
Cotton. Getting it done. Off to the free throw line for the extra as well.
This man comes to Melbourne and never disappoints. Don't matter who he's playing against, the United or the Phoenix. He puts on. Such a tough guard.
You mentioned the dominance.
It's good. One shot.
Corey, since the end of that first quarter, Perth have outscored South East Melbourne 71-39.
Massacre.
Make that 72 as Bryce Cotton makes this a 21-point ball game.
I mean, think about this. In the first quarter, slow start, which we know that's what they did. Mike Frazier held it down with 12 points in that quarter. Second quarter, Luke Travers starts. 14-6 he had in that half. Third quarter, it's been Bryce, Wagstaff, the whole company, the whole team has showed up, except Vic Law. But defensively, he's been there. Impressive performance. And we still got 5 minutes left.
Here's Vic Law now, licking his lips as he goes to work on Barker and comes up just his second field goal. 23 is the margin now. At the other end, Mitch Creek doing his best work. Now up to 16 points. Only Munford with 18 has more for the Phoenix. Good pressure. Wayne Creek will not stop. Takes the one and wins a trip to the free throw line.
It's good hustle, good defense right there. Trap at half court. Putting the pressure, ends up getting that turnover. And this Creek gets fouled. He goes to the free throw line for 2. Those 2 power forwards going at it.
Six of 6 from the free throw line so far in this game, Mitch Creek. Phoenix a perfect 14 of 14. Perth 14 of 15 from the stripe. And if you think you can shoot a full court shot at an NBL game, or head to the NBL website win page to enter for your chance to shoot for $100,000 in the Latrobe Financial Sharp Shot. And don't worry, if you miss first attempt, you get a second go from half court for 50 grand. 100 grand or 50, not bad. Thank you to Latrobe Financial supporting the NBL and giving people a chance to win some cash. So the margin is 20. Blanchfield hasn't scored in the game. Cotton attracting a double team. Lob pass, Travers! Finishing touches from Luke, who's now got 21, a career high for him.
Beautiful pass from Law. Thought about it for a moment and then trusted the athleticism of his teammate. You see that helping off Luke Travers on the weak side. Law sees him and then eventually finds him over the top.
So tick over 4 minutes out from full time here. 22-point margin.
If you would have told me before this game, Vic Law is going to have 7 points and Todd Blanchfield is going to have a donut and they're going to be up 20 points, I would have never believed that.
That's a good point you make. Well, they've got 21 from Cotton and Travers. Wagstaff and Norton in double figures as well, along with Frazier. Here's Mitch Creek pushing for the Phoenix. Liafa went to an opening, caught it short. Munford tried to tip it in, thought he was fouled. Couldn't get a whistle, and here's Vic Law. Handing back to Cotton. A little over 3 minutes from full time. And Travers has done it all tonight, and he continues to be impressive.
That's great to see. Look at that, 4 of 5 from long range. They dared him to shoot from the moment he stepped on the floor in the first quarter, Luke Travers. And he's made him pay. And it's the contributions of Travers, Norton, and Majuk from long range. I think that's made the difference, because the Phoenix have dared the 3 of those guys to shoot the ball, and they've shot a combined 6 of 8 from long range.
Cotton and Law, the usual suspects, 5 of 17 from long range. Look inside for Ashley, well read by Blanchfield, got in a passing lane and put a stop to it.
Turnover number 17 by the Phoenix.
Travers, they invite him to shoot it again. He says, well, I just might. Can't connect there. 24 points for Luke Travers, 7 boards. As Ashley spreads it across and stepping out of court, Munford, the turnover count continues to grow. We speak about these teams who have got down on personnel. Cairns earlier, here tonight with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. It's rare that a team doesn't have their coach. How much effect does that have?
Yeah, I think a fair bit. Now, one thing in Southeast Melbourne's favour, they did give the reins to Judd Flavel at one point during the pre-season, just in case this type of situation came about. So they have that experience to lean on. But, you know, I think it's definitely gets in the way of your rhythm and your focus. Meanwhile, you got to handle and deal with this guy, Bryce Cotton. Yeah, it hasn't been his most efficient night of all time, 7 of 15 from the field, but he has just worked his way through the coverages beautifully. Go to sleep for a moment, he'll rise up, knock it down. As a result, he's got 21 points after a scoreless opening quarter. But he's also willing to set up his teammates as well. The most unselfish superstar you're ever likely to see. He's 4-time scoring champion in the NBL. And yeah, there you see the SodaStream shot chart. Some misses, yes, but he'll never, ever lose confidence. A bit outside, a bit inside, a little bit of mid-range. He's also got the 6 assists as well.
It's a good point you make, Liam. 4-time scoring champion in the league, but I don't think anyone has ever accused him of being selfish.
No way. I'd love to play with him.
That's amazing, really, when you think about it. They've got 7 players who have hit a 3 or tonight. 16 threes in total, the most by any team in the NBL this season. And it's been impressive once more. And the Wildcats are going to move to 8-3 on the season and join Melbourne at equal top of the table. And the Phoenix are going to tumble from the top down to 3rd. And a timeout called here as well. Be an opportunity just to revisit the absence of the coach. If you were to lose Bryce Cotton or you lose Scott Morrison, who is the most valuable to the team?
Oh, Bryce Cotton. That's an easy one for me. I mean, look, it's unsettling, no doubt, you know, and that's certainly been in play today for the Phoenix. We've seen it previously this season. Modi Mayor have to step in for Dan Shamir earlier in the year. They lost that game. The Breakers, definitely unsettling. But I think Judd Flavel's a terrific coach. Things just got away from this team in that second quarter. And the Wildcats have dominated ever since.
Blanchfield trying to feed Mitch Norton. The ball deflected out of court. It's remained very composed right through this, Judd Flavel. You can imagine the insides might be churning a fair bit. But they led 32-17 early in the second quarter. So 43-17 79 since then. It's just the turnaround was extraordinary, and it was like the librarian comeback in that second quarter was somehow Perth were down 15. All of a sudden they were in front. And we didn't really see how it unfolded. It obviously happened, but it was by stealth.
Well, Corey broke it down earlier. You credit Michael Frazier for keeping them even alive
in that first quarter.
Knocking down shots, but also his work on the defensive glass.
6 at the time. He had 6.
But then I think Luke Travers was
the game changer.
He was the changer in that second quarter as he knocked down some shots, made some smart plays. He got his team the edge.
Nice finish from Mitch Norton. He tried to look off the D and contact as well. Noah Smith-Milner is just counting his teeth at the moment. It's taken one to the chops. Mitch Norton slow to get back to his feet as well. This is the first of 4 games in 9 days for the Phoenix as well. They've got a tough schedule coming up.
Another guard so tough. When he turns the corner, he's going to the basket. Hard. As you can see, he could finish with the best of them.
So Barker brings the Phoenix forward, and with that heavy schedule, they've unloaded with the bench. And the Wildcats, who had the highest score in the competition until Cairns took it off them a little earlier tonight, are heading back towards getting back to the top of the mountain with the scoreboard. They had 101 earlier this season in their win against Tasmania. We saw the Taipans rattle on 102 a little earlier tonight in beating Brisbane by 8. And the Wildcats want that back if they get a chance. That's a tough play. Nice finish there from Owen Foxwell. Lost control of it there, Frazier. Smith-Milner off and running. Norton again right there with him, and that's an excellent finish as well. Chance at a 3-point play as the bench players get some burn here.
A couple of buckets, a couple of DPs. Yeah, son of Rupert.
That'd love that.
Nice late pass from Smith-Milner. Sapwell ready to finish.
So the shot clock, some 3 seconds inside the game clock here. So we head toward the final. And it's Frazier who fires. Couldn't get it to go. Foxwell grabs the rebound, can let it fly if he wants. Didn't get it off in time. The curtain comes down on a remarkable display from the Perth Wildcats. Down 15 in the second quarter. They erased that, and they have got home here in the final analysis by 22 points. The Wildcats 101, Phoenix 79.
Impressive performance on the road. Vic Law with only 9 points. Bryce Cotton, second half, fantastic. But Luke Travers, to me, that's the play of the game. 24 points, 7 rebounds, 4 of 6 from the land of plenty. They dared him to shoot, Liam, and he made them pay.
Really impressive win. Geez, they needed to bounce back from that loss in Sydney. Locked out of WA. A lot of these guys away from their families, their loved ones, their young kids, trying to make it work and getting whacked in that opening term. They're missing their starting center, and they turn it around. 5 guys in double figures. Vic Law's not one of them. Really impressive win by the Wildcats.
They just continue to get it done, no matter the challenges. That's why they are the benchmark.
Yes, they are. With Todd Blanchfield with a donut. They still find a way to smack the Phoenix by 22.
The top team.
The top team.
They came in with a 6-2 record, undefeated at home. The Wildcats, as you mentioned, Liam, they had to scramble to get back after that 15-point loss to the Sydney Kings. It's interesting that their season so far, the Wildcats now go 8-3 in their 11 games. Only 2 of them have been decided by single figures. Let's get courtside with Nerily Meadows with some reaction for us.
I've got Luke Travers with me. 24 points, a career high for you, as well as 7 rebounds. And we'll talk about the team in a minute, but let's talk about you. That was a huge performance in the second quarter in particular. You really said, come on, boys, come with me. Talk us through your game.
I think it was good. Just a good week of training this week. Obviously, a rough one last week. And obviously worked on my shot through the week, got the confidence back, all the team. Gets behind me for that stuff. So just a good win to get on the road.
From a team perspective, as you say, on the road, a really loud crowd, down by 15 points early. How proud are you of this group for fighting back?
I mean, it's unbelievable. There's multiple double-figure scorers for us, so it was a good win. Definitely coming off that slow start again. So anytime we can get a good comeback win, it's good for our confidence.
And how is the group holding up? It's a tough situation, obviously, away from home indefinitely. What are you doing to make sure you keep spirits up and about?
I think it's a good bloke of boys. So anytime we've been in this situation before, like last year in the hub. So I think it's just come naturally for us as well at the same time. So. Yeah, everyone's in the same sort of mindset. We're here to win basketball games, and that's what we're doing. So just going to try to keep that going.
It's working for you tonight. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Tremendous young man, Luke Travers, our footlocker player off the game. And when his team was struggling down 15 in that second quarter, well, he came up big and had 11 of their 33 in that second quarter, set the tone, just changed the complexion of the game.
He's got a lot of tools, Luke Travers. This is the big question mark. Can you step up and knock down shots? You know you can do that. Put it on the deck, get to the rim, make plays above the hoop. We know he can have an impact defensively, steals and blocks, but can you step up and knock down shots? The Phoenix asked him that question today, and he answered it in a big way. 4 of 6 from long range.
Let's get back to Nerily.
Bryce Cotton with me. You had a little bit of a quiet start on your lofty standards, but you finished with 21 points. What did the coach say when your team found themselves 15 points down to make you rocket right back up again?
The same thing he says every game. I feel like we always get off to a sluggish start, but we knew we were getting open looks, but it was going to be defense that would be the game changer.
How do you fix that? How do you fix the sluggish starts?
I mean, obviously, Phoenix is a great team. They have some amazing scorers, so you're not going to shut them out, but we wanted to make them work for their points and not just get wide open looks. So once we did a better job of that, I think that's when the game started to change for us.
I've got to ask you about Luke Travers. We just spoke to him. 24 points, a career high for him. How proud are you of him?
Oh, amazing, man. I'm so happy when he shoots the ball because good things like this happen, so hopefully he can continue to do that.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
The humble, selfless superstar, Bryce Cotton. Started off slow, but you know in the end what's going to happen. He's going to heat up. Doesn't matter how you attempt to guard him, he's going to read the defense and make the right play.
Just pretty to watch, isn't it? 21 points, 4 triples, 6 assists, game high in that category, 4 rebounds. Never flustered, despite the fact that he didn't score in that opening quarter and things weren't going their way. He just knows that he can turn it on. And full credit to the Perth Wildcats, because that is a win and a half. And of course, the action's going to continue tomorrow. Doubleheader coming your way. Sydney against the New Zealand Breakers and Melbourne against Tasmania. Plenty of Hungry Jacks coming your way. Stay with us. We'll have more for you here as round 10 continues in just a moment.
Cross me, get crossed off. I'm so fresh, I'm so raw.
Thanks for sharing your Saturday night with us here on the Hungry Jacks NBL. The highlights of this clash, well, it started all South East Melbourne Phoenix. They led by 12 at quarter time, headed out to a 15-point lead early stages of the second, and then the complexion changed dramatically, and the Perth Wildcats put their foot on the accelerator. Luke Travers went berserk. Bryce Cotton did Bryce Cotton things, and they have stormed home to win by 22 points here, 101-79. Impressive again.
Really impressive. You know, things are easy when they're rolling along nicely, but when you get into a hole on the road, that's when you're really tested, and the Wildcats responded beautifully at both ends of the floor. Travers and Cotton, they led the scoring, a combined 45 from those two. But as we said, that 5 different guys in double figures. Vic Law and Todd Blanchfield not amongst them. Really impressive performance from the group as a whole. Creek and Mumford leading the scorers for the Phoenix, but they just didn't have enough guys get it going. Look at the three-point shooting for South East Melbourne, 4 from 22. Just couldn't get themselves going from long range. And Joe Chi, just 4 points and 4 rebounds from the superstar big fella. The Wildcats did a good job playing him out of the game.
4 fouls as well, which contributed to his problems. That's the first of 4 games in 9 days for the Phoenix. They're off to the Hawks on Monday. This is a tough stretch for them. They started on top of the ladder. They've lost that now, and they're going to have to regroup fairly quickly, because as well as the Wildcats played, and incidentally, that's the first time Luke Travers has ever top scored for the Wildcats in a game. He's had a night out. And I wondered, Corey, does he change the way he plays now? Does he believe now we're going to see more of that, or does he go back and just accept his role when they get that full complement of players?
And that's the thing. He needs to continue to play this way and better. Consistency is key. Be confident shooting the three. But on the other end, the Phoenix, they need to hurry up and get on that plane, because they want to forget about this game. Being, 18 turnovers at home. You're up 15, and then you get smacked like this at home. You want to hurry up, forget about this game, and play the next game. That's the best thing. Don't even watch the tape. Just get yourself focused for Illawarra and the Gong. You need to get out of town and go ahead. Forget about this one.
Ryan Brockhoff, 24% from long range coming into this game, 1 of 6 tonight. It's just not falling for him.
Yeah, they need him to knock down shots. They really miss Kyle Adnam, Cam Glidden, those other guys that space the floor. But that said, they had all their starters out there, had enough guys to get it done, and the Wildcats got away from them.
And as you see, the Phoenix, with that loss, tumbled to third, and Melbourne and Perth, joint leaders by percentage, united on top, and Illawarra make up the top 4. Tasmania against Melbourne coming your way tomorrow. They're up to 5th position at the moment, but there's going to be a whole lot of changing as this season unfolds. We've had 2 great games. Trust you've enjoyed it. A little earlier, Cairns defeated Brisbane 102-94, and in the late game here, it has been the Perth Wildcats stamping their authority on the game, 101-79 winners against the South East Melbourne Phoenix. Trust you've enjoyed our coverage. On behalf of all our crew, Liam Santamaria, Corey Williams and Nerily Meadows courtside, I'm John Casey. We'll see you again soon here on the Hungry Jacks NBL.
I'm the man of the year. I'm a man with no fear. I think like I'm a shark. The way I move so sharp.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jacks and Bunnings Trade.
Okay, race.
Alrighty, Fraser, do you want to go up first?
Yep, sure. Scott, congratulations on the win. I know you probably wouldn't have been happy with that low start that you've seen over the past 4 or 5 games, but to rally and come back and overpower South East Melbourne, that would have been
Recording in progress.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I was proud of the guys for not letting the poor start get to them. I mean, a lot's been said about it in our circles, so it would have been easy for them to kind of say, hey, here we go again, and get down and, deviate from the game plan. But I thought they really dug deep. Everyone that got on the floor, gave it everything they had and didn't give in. And sure enough, we were back in the lead by halftime.
massive pouring of points from your bench as well. You must have been pleased with that. What impressed you the most from your side tonight?
You know, to be honest, every time we get a win right now, it's like we're beating two opponents. We're beating the team that we're playing, which is no easy task, and then we're beating kind of our circumstances that are easy to also get down about or make excuses about. And I think our bench, all of our guys, but our bench has been putting in a lot of hours, working hard, not getting a lot of the glory, so to speak. And it was nice today. You know, a couple of our bigger names had slower games for their standards, and everybody stepped up and did their thing. And I was proud of the guys for being so resilient, given our situation, because it's not going to get any better. So it's good to see that we can handle it and play well under those conditions.
Career night for Luke, the man next to you. That must have been a thrill to watch as coach, lighting it up from deep while also being a presence on the inside as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, LT's been having a really good year, and we kind of challenged him to even take it to a new level. And I thought he put in a lot of extra work this week, and I hope he continues to do that. But it was good to see it pay off in the short term, because hopefully that will encourage him to keep pushing himself. Yeah, he did get back cut there once in the second half, but other than that, he was pretty solid, and he's been one of our best rim protectors. So for a guard to be able to do that is a big advantage defensively.
Luke, the broadcast were touching on your management of the game and how you were adjusting through just like seeing matchups and determining whether or not to take the shot. Was that going through your head out there? Were you sizing up what was going on out there, and how did you find it tonight?
I mean, yeah, obviously a rough week last week, and yeah, just came in every day during the week and worked on my shot, but just didn't want to settle, so tried to get on the rim a couple of times, shot some free throws, which was nice, and saw the ball go through the rim, so it definitely helped the confidence for sure.
And Scott, I might just ask one more, not about the game while I can. The NBL is appealing the decision about Matthew Hodgson's ban. I just want to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the tribe already had spoken, so I guess Haji's lantern is still lit. I don't really understand the rules. I'm not really that worried about it. I just play the cards that I'm dealt as a coach and who I have to play. But it's just confusing because I thought the NBL was the group that suspended him, and then they're appealing their own decision. There's a lot of decisions in my life I wish I could go back and appeal and fix some things up. So it's nice to be able to do that. I don't really understand it, so there's not really much I can say about it. I just kind of had a chuckle because it seemed kind of foolish to me. They also played the video a million times all week, so either he's their hero or he's the villain. They got to make up their mind.
Do you think the decision that they came to yesterday was fair and justified based on what they were presented with?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just trust the decision of the tribunal. I don't know I know there's like a list of things that you check off and go by, and I have enough time trying to figure out how to get stops on these good teams that we have to play every week. So I just, like I said, if they came down with the decision, I figured it was fair. But apparently the league disagreed with its own decision, and they're going to try and rectify it. So if he gets another game, I'll think that's fair too. Like I said, I just roll with whatever we're given.
Awesome. Thanks to you both.
Scott, it's Roy in Melbourne, mate. Just got a couple of questions. The way the guys handled that, the way the guys start, and you mentioned it a few times, how can they get better? What have you been pressing them to do better in those early moments, so you're not sort of trying to catch up a 10-point lead or whatever it ends up being?
One of the guys suggested that we find another gym and play a full quarter of inter-squad game before we take the court. So maybe we'll try that next game. I don't know what to do, and no disrespect, I don't really care right now because we did enough in the other three quarters to win. So hopefully we get a good start next time, but if we don't, I hope we're just as resilient as we were tonight.
Luke, wondering from your perspective, what's it like when you get out on court and they're backing their defender off you, back into the key like they did tonight? Is it confronting and surprising? What's it sort of like for you to sort of assess that and play on from it?
Yeah, I guess growing up and playing basketball, I never really experienced it, so it's a little bit different for me. But yeah, just like I said, just trying not to settle, and I've got guys around me who get me the ball in the right spots and stuff like that. So yeah, I just got to stay ready, I think, for sure.
Yeah, look, just on that, similar to what Roy was saying, you had the moment in the first quarter where you were wide open, didn't take the shot, and then Todd got blocked. And from there, it felt like you were a bit more determined to shoot from the three. Did that moment change the way you were thinking throughout the game?
Yeah, all the guys get behind me to shoot the ball. So after that one, I think, yeah, the boys got in my ear about it. So yeah, just trying to take that on from now.
What was your advice to him at that point, Scott? Was it just simply to just keep shooting?
Yeah, that's what I've been telling him all season. I mean, it's okay for him to shoot. It's okay for him to drive. He's one of the best guys we have to catch the ball on the move and get to the paint. He had a nice dunk doing that in the second half when his man overhelped on Bryce at the nail. So the only thing I tell him not to do is hesitate. Do one or the other and do it with conviction, and either one will be the right answer.
And as the game went on, Scott, were you conscious at all of percentage, given that the two teams are so close to each other? For and against, you might be not familiar with the term percentage, but you went in with a less than 1% difference on the ladder between the two of you with for and against, and now the difference is more than 6%. So it's pretty significant if you end up on a similar number of wins towards the end of the year. Was that in the back of your mind, really wanted to win by as much as you could?
Well, that answers one question that I had. I didn't know what those percentages were on the standings. I'm just trying to get the wins. Like, it's so hard to get them. I don't worry too much about that, but I guess that makes sense as to what they are. Sometimes we haven't been in this position very often because a lot of the games are really close at the end. And I want to hold back because I don't want to be disrespectful to the opponent, because next week we could be on the other end of that. But my assistants remind me, like, hey, we got to try and keep scoring because you never know what could happen at the end of the season. So it definitely wasn't any kind of a disrespect thing. I think everyone around the league seems to understand that, other than me. Now I do. But yeah, we tried to score, and we did our best to win by as many as we could because we know it's going to be a dogfight.
Scott, your schedule has changed a fair bit in the last 48 hours. You were meant to play Phoenix again, but now you're playing United. What are your thoughts on the immediate fixture change?
I mean, it's just one of those other things I can't control. At least we have Tasmania on the schedule. I'm just not sure we're still going to be in Tasmania by the time we play them. That's one thing we've been kind of wondering about, why we just couldn't play the team next door to us. Yeah, no. I'll look at the schedule when I see it. We got Melbourne next, Melbourne United next, and that's who we're going to be focusing on for this week. And when that game's done, we'll switch our attention to whoever's next.
Majuk only played 12 minutes tonight with Hodgson out. Was that on the scout to play small over playing big?
Yeah, that was something we talked about. I mean, even if we played our biggest, we would still be pretty small compared to them. So we thought that if we got into a rut, maybe we could go small, really small, and try and use our speed and make their big guys have to guard people they're not used to guarding. And I'm not sure if that was, what helped turn things around for us, but I know that group played pretty well when they're out there. And Juk gave us some good minutes too. It's good to see him hit another three. It's something he's been working really hard on, and it's another weapon that we can have if we can space him.
Luke, you can probably answer this one. You had a career high of 24 points tonight. You were recently left out of Draft Express's mock draft. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I try not to think about it. It's something, I can't control. So I'm just trying to help this team win. I think the results sort of take care of itself. So just taking it day by day right now.
You've been listening to too many Kyrie press conferences.
All righty, that's all good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, fellas.
See you, Craig.
it's good. Cool. Stats there.
There and then.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Everyone wants to leave, and they forget that the manager has to grab everything.
Yeah, give us a hand.
Should be like a universal size for these things, right? That everyone knows.
You would think so, wouldn't you? Your band's over here. Hey? It's got to get digital back to LED screens. Well, why don't you do that? They don't make it against That's you get one big LED screen going.
Legend. Have a great night, guys. See you, mate.
knees when I try to split.
First half.
Yep. End of the first half. Last play.
Alrighty, first question up.
G'day, John. It's Roy Ward here, mate. Just firstly, how much time did you have to prepare to take the hot seat tonight? Did Simon at least give you a couple of hours, or was it sort of a very late last minute thing?
Yeah, no, we found out late last night, I guess, just the situation with that one. Yeah, so I mean, we had the day, we had a shoot around, we had a good chat today. Preparation today was actually pretty good. I felt like we, had a good discussion about how we wanted to attack this one. Obviously, down some troops as well, so some things that we wanted to talk about and address, and obviously had the scout with Perth, but yeah, no, we had enough time.
How difficult is it to sort of have a game like that where you have such a good start, then you have a second term like that one and you have to try and bounce back? And what do you see in that second term that changed up so much?
Yeah, I mean, that second term was obviously where the game was separated. We kind of lost our way. I mean, we had a few turnovers in that patch there. I think we had maybe 5 turnovers or something that contributed to 8 or 10 points that they had. They also picked up loose balls and rebounds, offensive rebounds that also got them cheapies. And then they got to the foul line as well. Was it 10 or 12 free throws in that second quarter? And a lot of it was late in that second quarter as well. So yeah, that's when we look back on the game. There's a bunch of different things that we can probably nitpick on and pull apart. But it was right there in that second quarter, obviously, with both ends that we needed to tidy up, and we failed from that front. So things that we could control as well. So all those things that I was just talking about are things in our hands.
Xavier, how tough was it to have a first half like that where you guys were at both ends of playing so well, then having things go against you so much? And what did you make of the way the guys handled the second half and trying to come back into it?
We knew that Perth was going to throw a jab. I know, they're going to come back and make their run. It's just how we sustain the run. And it was tough for us to sustain it today. They got loose balls. They got offensive rebounds, second chance points.